Okay, hello, this is Dr. James, and today I'm going to talk about the intermittent non-start problem of the Ford Explorer. And I'd been chasing this problem for probably about a year and a half now. And it's really annoying because what would happen is that I would drive someplace, and when the engine would get hot, the car would not start for maybe an hour or two, depending on how hot the engine got. Could be many hours, so you could drive someplace and be stranded there. And so I started troubleshooting it, and I when it would act up, because it only act up a short period of time, and I'd have to troubleshoot it wherever it stopped, and that was really annoying too. So I started troubleshooting these, see if it had a spark, and it seemed to have a spark, and I checked the fuel pressure, and it had fuel pressure. I checked all the relays because one of the problems could have been that the fuel pump relay, for instance, could be bad, and the relays seemed to be good. I switched all the relays around. I checked for error codes on my OBD, and there's no error codes except for that there was an error code associated with a temperature sensor, and I checked it, and it would have been a simple fix, but I was getting a lot of pressure to get this car fixed, and it's taken a lot of time. I called the Ford dealer, and they said, "Oh yeah, come on, bring it in. We'll talk to the engineers at Ford. We're going to fix it for you." And so I brought it in, and they said they changed the temperature sensor, which I could have done myself, but they troubleshot the thing for a couple days, so I figured I'd let them do that. And of course they said, "Oh yeah, no, it's fixed," and they charged me hundreds of dollars to change that. They're supposed to be the experts, right? They're the Ford dealer. And of course it acted up again within a couple weeks, not leaving me stranded. And so the next thing they said, well, there is a issue with the powertrain control unit, the computer that controls the powertrain, and that it was, I guess, programmed improperly from the factory, and they charged me several $100s to hook up a computer and program that. And once again, I get the Ford back, and they didn't fix anything. So they charged me a total of about $500 at the official Ford dealer, and didn't fix anything. And so I was completely disgusted, and I started looking around for other things. Some sources said it might be the fuel pump driver, and I searched and searched, tore the car all apart looking for the fuel pump driver, and because I didn't want, one of the solutions was it could be the fuel pump itself, which was something I couldn't change. It's the fuel pump is conveniently located inside the gas tank under the car, and so you would have to remove everything to get to it. So it turns out that after searching for quite some time, that there is no fuel pump controller for this vehicle. It's everything is inside the gas tank. Then I had some problems with the battery not charging up, and I replaced the alternator. I was hoping that that might be the problem, just a low battery, and that was not. Tried replacing the crankshaft position sensor, and because it could be the crankshaft or the camshaft position sensor. And so what happened was I ended up parking the car for several weeks out on the road, and of course I live in the wonderful state of Virginia, the county of Fairfax, where they are just constantly harassing you with their unconstitutional infringements upon your rights, and they want you to move your vehicle every 15 days. And so I went out to start it, and it was not starting, and the battery was low. I just recharged the battery. I didn't destroy the battery. And I tried changing I couldn't get it to start. It just wouldn't start at all at this point. I tried replacing the crankshaft position sensor, and then I tried replacing the distributor because it wasn't getting a spark at the time. And none of these things worked, and so finally I ended up getting the vehicle towed, and took it to my favorite place. I kind of asked around how much it would cost to, I suspected it was the fuel pump at this point. And the fuel pump, like I said, is impossible to get at. It's under the car. It's inside the gas tank, which is you have to come in through the top of the gas tank, so you have to undo brackets, lower the gas tank down. It's just a total pain. And several of the places quoted me over $1,000 to fix it, and I ended up taking it to one of my favorite mechanics, who quoted me about $600, $650, and when he got done, he says it was a lot more work than he thought it was going to be. That there's actually two brackets, and you had the lower part of the engine, and it was a total mess. But it's been months and months now, and the vehicle seems to start every time now that the fuel pump has been replaced. So I believe that this guy right here, the fuel pump, was the culprit. And so I just wanted to share this information, because just taking it to the Ford dealer and trying to have them fix it, throwing money at it, it's not something that I like, and I'd like to save you people out there the hassle, or the bill. And so knowledge is power, and maybe this will help you out in fixing your Ford Explorer. It's a nice vehicle, other than this non-start issue. So now that it's fixed, I'm really enjoying it. I can pull trailers and other things, and anyway, so I hope this video helps. It's Dr. Janes, and thanks for watching.